This morning, a top economist warns the U.S. is on the precipice of a recession.
We're not just facing a recession, we're on the brink of something far more profound.
And what we see is it's really kind of a two-tier economy. People are either choosing to skip a meal, so we're seeing breakfast. People are actually skipping breakfast, or they're choosing to just eat at home.
Cue the fire. We have the official collapse, meltdown, whatever you want to call it. Look over here. Don't look over there. Also, it's a national emergency. Trump, he's going to declare it. Look over there. Don't look at the complete collapse of your system. What is your system? That would be the bond market. Yes, at the same time, everyone is bragging, oh my gosh, look at how much money I made on my gold and my silver. CNN, look at this. Gold prices hit a new record high. And the stock markets go down. Gold is not hitting any record high. You're getting decimated. Gold is just a rock. Look it up. And this rock is destroying everything that central planners, banks, pulling the strings. Oh, look at this. Fugazi, emergency. And these two rocks are like, boy, you look stupid. You guys might be getting emergencies worldwide. They do not want you to see what is happening. While central banks around the world over the last year cut rates. Well, if they cut rates, that means interest rates go down. You happen to be wrong. Also, if you would like to learn how this stuff works, click the subscribe button. And I will teach you that Fed rate cuts, the central banks don't control interest rates. The bond market does, and they are ripping higher. Even though, look, Germany up, France up, UK, Spain, America, we're at 5% now on a 30-year. We've been cutting for over a year. What did we start at? 3.9? Huh? Now we're at 4.9, 5.1. We just keep going. This at the same time, they're promising there's going to be so many more rate cuts. Bond market, no care, which is the system you're currently dancing on. Or if you're currently cold and have skates on, currently the pond you're skating on. It's just in. Double breaking news. That's like a double rainbow. Look, you got a two-for deal. Ray Dalio warns something worse than a recession is coming. How does he know that? Look at the chart. Under the chart, U.S. index collapses as gold prices soar. Gold prices are not soaring. Gold stays the same. It's your purchasing power. When you get out there and you're like, I can't afford anything because compared to what? I always say that. Compared to what? What they like to do is say, compared to the dollar. That is correct. So you are currently in their game. What you can do is go buy lots of, have this stuff. It stays the same. That's fine. It retains your purchasing power. I'm okay with that, but I want to make money. So if you have gold and you have silver and Bitcoin, great. You maintain. Bitcoin, you've probably did more gooder. And then if you learn how to trade it, more bester. This at the same time, the politicians, the pundits, they are going to go on to CNN, CNBC, whatever, government official office, paid by the government in the office to tell you what the government is telling you. There is no inflation. Go on, tell them, this is funny. Inflation is only 2.7%. Scroll down a little bit. Let's take a look. And I showed you the receipts from yesterday. Oh my gosh, talk about a heart attack. $49 for beef loin New York steak. Hey, same place. Beef loin New York steak. You go from $10.99 a pound, $49 to $15.99 a pound, $78. But there's no inflation. But what I can tell you is if you bought this at the time of those photos, you'd be able to buy that beef at the same price you are now. Well, the question should be, should I be scared? Because all your videos, they're so scary. Be scared. Actually just got a phone call. My friend, very conservative. He's like, I don't know. I'm just timing the market. Okay, buddy. Now he's like, did you see Ray Dalio? I'm like, yeah, I've kind of been saying the same thing. What is happening is America is issuing debt like you've never seen before. And he's not stopping. Trump is not stopping. Over $1 trillion in 40 days, and it's still going. Get this, another record 100 billion 4-week T-bills. Oh, that's great. Even though they promised we won't do those short duration. Oh, yeah, you are. And look at this, a record-breaking size. And I love it because it's not just us that's taking down the ship. Everyone is. G7 bought complete collapse. Despite aggressive global central bank cuts, yields around the world are going the opposite way. We're actually heading back to what? 2011. Look, all the way over here. Here we is. We started at the bottom with rate cuts, and now we's here. In 15 days, the Fed is going to cut rates for the first time in 2025. And we're at 5%. And a few years ago, we were at 0%. But now let me get down to the brass tacks. Cut out the fat, just the meat. How is this going to affect you? This will not affect you. If you have gold, silver, assets, and you trade, this will affect you if you are middle class and you don't know what I'm talking about. Even the CEO of McDonald's is saying you won't survive if you eat his food because none of it is real. But here, I'll let you listen.
See, it's really kind of a two-tier economy.
If
you're upper income, earning over $100,000, things are good. The stock markets are near all-time highs. You're feeling, quite confident about things. You're seeing international travel. All those barometers of upper income consumers are doing quite well. What we see with middle and lower income consumers is actually a different story. It's that consumers under a lot of pressure. In our industry, traffic for lower income consumers is down double digits. And it's because people are either choosing to skip a meal. So we're seeing breakfast.
Okay, let me pause this. This is why I come here every day. People are skipping meals. Middle class, skipping meals. Double digits decline. For some weird reason, the rich, this whole stock market thing, they're gaming it. So I just got an email from someone in the course. They're like, stop loss, I just AI'd it. You can't do that. Stop loss doesn't work. And I'm like, I click a button here. I'm like, wait, I got to wait for the setup. I also want to make sure I'm not making fun of you that's in the course, but did you click the button? Huh? To sit there and wait for a setup, beat down, purple, one candle close, write it. Don't exit until you get, I even changed I did this. I hand drew it so you can see it. You're going to the moon. On this one trade on a 2-minute, while I'm answering an email, I get in and then I had to stop because I had to film. On this trade, over $2,000. If I took out 2, it would be $4,500. 3, $6,000 something. I even asked ChatGPT. I just pasted that. I'm like, how much did I make? Because I'm too lazy to get out my calculator now. AI pushed me to do 2 contracts. They're like, well, you seem to be doing really good. If you do not know how to do it, can I still keep that sale running just to today? $29 for my $1 million course, plus you get my bear market course. I will teach you. You'll know everything. Anything that I do on this channel where you're like, wow, that seems kind of easy. Well, it's not as easy when AI trades my strategy. That's really easy. It's actually very easy to predict the outcome when governments go wild. This is also one of the reasons I dumped 75% of my silver. Yes, I made a profit. Hold 25%. I'm still 0%. That is worldwide. 50 ounces of silver puts you at 10%. Get 50, 10%. 1%, 500 ounces. I'm above that. 0%. I am currently here. And that's with already profiting from the 75%. I'll keep this one running as long as Trump keeps it running. I will have to say it's great just holding this. This is actually extremely easy. This takes, you got to have a little noggin. Turning the gold and silver into digits and then make digits go very high. Quit your day job high, then just, okay, here it is. Which again, you can see it. I like it. But that's not how I make my money. As you guys know, I have a student going through the course. I'm like, do it every morning. Every morning. Show me what you make. I have to say every morning, it's somewhere between 500 to 1,500. Call it a day. I was scalping with them. I'm like, okay. Just want to make sure that it works for you. Because when this whole thing goes down, you'll always have click button. Great Depression. They're like, click, click, click. Because we are watching the middle class just get decimated. The politicians tell you everything's great, have no inflation. Please don't compare these prices. This is fake news. Wait till the courts tell this guy, you know what? I think you got to refund that money. That tariff thing is not constitutional. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Some people are saying that is why the markets are reacting. Oh, and if you want to know how much higher gold is going to go, well, learn this. Oh, and if you want, take that 292 times it by 20. What are you guys at? 6 grand? Because I saw some change left over. Doing some mental math for you. You carry it from here to here, up to there. I do this every day. Just in case you're wondering, yes, gold is going higher. How do I know this? It's not because of Ray Dalio. It's not because of Don. Well, actually, kind of is, but it's this. Now, what you're going to want to do is come down, retest, and then head higher. And at that point, when it retests and starts to move up, load up. If you think this one's good, silver has like a 60-year cup and handle. This at the same time, central banks are actually leaving bonds and they're buying gold. It's like they've seen the canary in the coal mine. But also be very careful, know when to take profits. I mean, go back in the charts. How did gold do during the GFC? How did silver do? Oh, it's different this time. The charts predicted it. Just like the GFC, large U.S. companies are going bankrupt at the fastest pace since the GFC. What is crazy is they probably will never tell you that we're in a recession. Even during the pandemic, they shut everything down. They're like, well, it's technically not. And then the next one, technically not. Don't want to use one of those naughty words. It's like, sir, there is no companies left. That's the progression. It is the progression of you losing your job. Everyone tells you it's perfectly fine. As why investors brace for extreme sensitivity in the stock market around weak jobs data. All I'm trying to do every day is I come here teaching you the ways. I'm teaching you the Trump ways. I'm teaching you how the rich teach their children. I'm pulling back the curtain on how everything works. How they'll say one thing and do the complete opposite. And everyone's like, I'm so confused. Don't be confused. Start businesses, trade equities. Trump family amasses $5 billion fortune at crypto. Trumps are pumping their own bags. And breaking news, this is something I've never done. I've never come on the channel and like, oh, hey, there's this 1 penny. I'm starting this crypto project and it just rips. Then I just dump on your face. Thank you and hold my bags. I promise it'll come back. I know there is crypto influencers out there making millions. There's presidents making billions. I just want you to learn how to do this. I do think what they're doing is probably the easy way. I just wouldn't be able to sleep. Take advantage of the Labor Day sale. It's labor, right? Going into labor. Let me just help you from not working so hard every day. And they're like, oh, go to college, get going to debt. We'll pump our own bags and tell you it doesn't exist. And look at how about this politician? She was negative 45,000. Hey, congratulations, you're a politician. We'll fix that negative 45,000. What is she worth now? Let's see. We create a bunch of LLCs. Lo and behold, now she's worth over $30 million. And if you're doing the math, that would be a 6 increase in 6 years. Enjoy the fate of your soul. But with that, I love you guys. Enjoy your week of Trabahar or whatever you do. Learn how to click buttons on a screen, and I will see you tomorrow.